Hey, how's it going? This is my review of the Aula 75 here, meaning that is a 75% keyboard. This thing's super neat looking. When you look at it from the front, you can barely tell that the keys actually have numbers on it. It does have a bunch of different color options for you to choose from, and then the brightness of it can be moved by this wheel, not the volume button. This doesn't control the volume at all, which I find a little interesting that it just controls the lights, but hey, that's all right. This thing is connected to your computer or laptop via USB. You do have an option to do Bluetooth or a 2.4 hertz connection to it, which lowers your latency whenever you're typing. However, I felt no latency when I was doing the Bluetooth either ways. It also has an off option right here in the middle, a little place so you can actually hide away your USB once you're not using it anymore, or you have a Type-C connection so that way you could wire it straight into your computer. So you have multiple options there. After a little bit of no use, it will turn off all the lights, so it really does look like just a barren keyboard, which I think is such a neat look. Here in the back, you have two height options to actually set up your keyboard, and it all depending on how comfortable you want for your wrist. The actuation point for these keys are actually really nice. I would say though, they take a little bit of getting used to. There would be times where I would be sliding my hand over the keyboard and it will still accidentally type. After a little bit of using this, I've gotten used to it, and now I don't feel that anymore. It does feel like it has a little bit of weight on it, so it doesn't make it feel plasticky or real cheap. I do like this, especially for the price point that's at. More importantly, the sound. Give me a little bit. I'm going to do a typing test so that way you can hear it. Honestly, it is a really neat keyboard for the price point that it's at. I think if you're a beginner or you're starting to really get into keyboards, I would highly recommend it. I think it's such a great keyboard. It's so sleek. It has this very nice tech look to your entire table once it's actually off, or even with the lights on, really. If you were to want to make your own keyboard, I would say obviously skip this, but if you're someone who's just starting to get past using the keyboards that come with your laptop or computer, 100% pick this up. I don't think you'll regret it at all. A few tips. It has a Mac mode and a Windows mode. To go on to the Windows mode, you have to click the function key and W. Function key and W combine. And that's how you make it so it is mapped for a Windows computer. If you're going to use a Mac, it says you use the function key and E to make it into Mac. However, if you find that hasn't worked for your MacBook, do function and Q. And a lot of the times that I felt it did fix my issue whenever I was using a Mac. Besides that, it's probably the only real recommendations that I have. I think it's a super quality keyboard for the price point. I highly recommend it. Pick it up. You won't regret it.